हेलो एवरीवन, यू आर वाचिंग अनमोल रेदासनी। इंटरव्यू विद टॉपर्स इस सीरीज का आज मैं दूसरा इंटरव्यू लेने वाला हूं और आज हमारे साथ है दिव्यश्री तांबड़े। शी इज करंटली स्टडीइंग केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग इन आईआईटी बॉम्बे। शी विल शेयर her experiences throughout her journey, and I request you to watch this video till the end. So let's start the interview. Hi Divashri.
Hi.
So let's start with the first question. So after spending first year at IIT Bombay, what do you think? How much worth is that hard work which you put in 11th and 12th standard?
Okay, so I think this question would have a different answer for everyone because everyone has different expectations from IIT and what they get from it. But it also depends on why you joined IIT or why you want to pursue to go into IIT. So for me, I was very confused from the very beginning about what career I want to pursue. And so my main aim to give JE and consequently go to IIT was to go into the best institute that exists in the country. Then engineering suppose seemed to be a good option because I had a knack for maths and science, and so in that way I was pushed in that direction. So for me, I find the 2 years of efforts that whatever I put in to be worth it because IIT has like why people join IIT is more about the culture because you can get a degree in engineering from any college. Getting a degree in engineering is not that big of a deal if you consider all the people who pass out every year with a BTech in engineering. But what IIT gives you is the environment, the seniors, the peer group. I have met some of the finest and some of the most accomplished people at IIT. And the number of things that people do at a time while doing graded academics and sports and number of other things is astonishing over there.
Yeah, most of the students manage academic as well as extracurricular things.
Yeah, and this is not specific to IIT Bombay, but in any college that you go to, you will find people who are accomplishing great things in many areas. So being there among these people and learning from your peers, which is the most crucial thing that you can get from these years, the first years of your life or the first years of your career, is what makes IIT worth all the effort that you put in.
Okay, so here comes the next tricky question. If I tell you that if success is divided into three parts, hard work, consistency, and luck, how much percentage would you give to each one of them?
Okay, so that is a tricky question for sure. And I think I have a biased opinion in this one, where I think hard work and consistency take away a large proportion as compared to luck. Because what I feel is if you have put in the hard work and if you have been consistently doing your practice or you've been putting in efforts, luck won't play that big of a factor. Obviously, luck does play a factor, as in the sense if you are need to be present or just in case the questions come from the stronger topics. But if you were hardworking and you did consistently do work, maybe say in all the different subjects, then surely you can find more questions which are from your strong topics. So, and as far as hard work and consistency are concerned, I think when you for achieving consistency as well to put in daily efforts, you would have to work hard mentally as well as in your academics, because there will be times when you won't feel like studying or you just feel very disappointed from maybe a prep test that you gave and it just demotivates you. So hard work would, I think, take 50% and consistency of 40, and luck would take a 10, which actually becomes not a very deciding factor when you have accomplished a lot.
So according to you, if hard work and consistency, if both goes hand in hand for these 2 years, anyone can achieve it.
Yeah, and one of the most important factor apart from all this is to have confidence and to have belief that all your hard work and the patience that you have put into this would finally give a result in the end, and not just because the final day is what matters, because JE is going to judge you on that one day, the performance that you gave on that one final day, and then supposedly going to decide whatever your trajectory is going to be from that point onwards. So confidence is another huge part, which if you ask me, I would give another 80%.
Oh, okay. So fine. So now coming on to some preparation days. Last 2 years, that 11th and 12th, coming on to that questions. So what was your daily routine during those 2 years?
Okay, so I think it is very, even if you ask a lot of JE aspirants, you don't really have a fixed daily routine. You can't say that, yeah, this is going to be the time I will be studying and this is going to be the time I will be doing revisions and then this is going to be the time I will be solving questions, because your schedule, even if you're joining a coaching, that will change every year or every 3 months. depending on what the teachers are available or what your exams are. If you have an exam coming up, obviously you'll be focusing more on uh, revising the previous content rather than making the topics that were covered in the last week stronger. That is what your priorities will shift. So what I think is, rather than having a daily routine, just have some things which you do on a consistent basis or on a daily or a weekly basis. Like on a maybe revising all that was taught in class on that particular day may not be possible, but doing so on a weekly basis is necessary, or having your doubts cleared on a weekly basis is necessary. So have practices in place rather than having a rigid routine, and be flexible with what the time requires.
So, admitting to such a great institute and esteemed institute, IIT Bombay, you need to have a lot of focus. So, were there any distractions? And if yes, how did you overcome them?
Yeah, I think there were certainly some distractions, as would be the case with any student. So the main distraction that I think students face are social media. So I think I was off of all social media, and I actually did not even want to be on social media because really don't see the point. But I had to be because that is the way things work, and that is the way you need to function in society these days. But I think when you are preparing for JEE, social media is really not necessary. And if you need just for doubt clearing, maybe a WhatsApp is sufficient, and that too you can use a parent's phone if you need to. Also, I think another major distraction would be TV or watching some shows or movies. And I did face that distraction, because sometimes it does. And what I think these distractions are basically when your studies become overwhelming, or you feel like you really don't want to do this, or you feel like you're not going to be able to do that particular problem or that particular section. Then you try to escape from it, and then try to do something which does require a lot less focus, and that is a way of escaping from that section or just studying from it. So I think how I tackled it was, I used to watch movies in 11th. I think I used to watch movies after every test, because that used to be my reward for working hard for 2 weeks and then giving a test at the end and then watching the movie. Or if I say that I'll be studying for 6 hours today on this particular section, then at the end of the day I can watch 2 episodes. So I think use these distractions, or the so-called distractions, to your advantage, and use them as rewards rather than something that you can escape to and put studying at the other backseat and then work on. And also, I think one of the things that helps is thinking that all of these things will still be there. Social media won't die up till you get to IIT or any other college of your choice. And so you being there is doing more harm to you than any good to the world.
So, coming on to next question, how did your family and teachers supported you in this journey?
So there I received a lot of support from my family as well as my teachers, and I'm really grateful and thankful towards them. And first of all, the first guidance that they gave me was directing me towards IIT or the preparation for getting into such an institute, as well as going through the preparation process and what changes I needed to make in my study methods, and even providing mental support and motivation when the tests don't go as per you planned. So that way, the teachers and my parents have provided me a lot of support, and I'm really thankful towards that.
While you are preparing for JEE and BITSAT and every competitive exams for getting admitted to engineering as well as medical colleges, you need to remember a lot of stuff. So how did you memorize? What tricks did you use to memorize this?
Okay, so inorganic chemistry was surely a pain to deal with. And I think for inorganic chemistry, and maybe the most difficult part to memorize, or the most necessary part to memorize, is the formulae. Because maybe in maths, in coding section, you have maybe say 30 formulae that you have to apply to like get hang of that section. So I think for such sections where you have formulae or you have reactions, I used flashcards. So flashcards are you can just take visiting cards if you want, or just take any book and just write the LHS on one side and the RHS on the other. And you can question yourself. So I think the most important part for memorizing stuff is not just reading it, but recalling it. Because when you are just reading through it, you recognize it, which is very different from recalling it. So the most important part over here, I think, is you need to force yourself to remember, and you need to stress your mind to remember what that answer or what the products of the reaction were. So, and doing that is going to help you. Also, I think some things are going to be really easy for you to memorize because maybe they form some links in your brain which are personally for you, but other things are going to be difficult. So what you need to prioritize, and that is very important for JE as well, is that some areas are going to be strong and some areas are going to be not so much maybe. So you don't need to prepare for all of the areas, all of the subjects, all the topics in a very same way. You need to strategize and you need to prioritize about how your stronger areas, what your stronger areas are, and how you're going to zone in on them more and make them much more stronger, and what your weaker areas are. And tackling the weaker areas is equally important because there might be a really simple question from that, and which everyone might do, but because you thought it is weak and you did not pay any attention to it, you might have to leave that question. So focusing that, prioritizing that. So similarly, when you're maybe doing these flashcards or you're trying to recall information, keep track of what you usually forget and revise that more often than what you usually don't forget. Like something like what the reaction, suppose for a particular reaction, you always remember it. There's no point in revising it every week. That can be done once every 2 months and that should be sufficient. So prioritize that way. Also, one thing that I did was at the end, very end, I started writing down all my mistakes. So maybe if you use a formula incorrectly, or you write maybe the value of R incorrectly, that might happen in because of pressure as well. So if you write that more often and you just keep track of them, that maybe revises the value or the revises the reactions or the formulae for you, and that should help, I think.
So coming on to next question, what did you do a day before any exam, whether it be JEE Main or JEE Advanced or BITSAT?
Okay, so I think what you do a day or two before the exam is what decides your mentality and your focus levels at the day of the exam. So these days are probably more crucial than anything that happened in the past 2 years, because if you lose your confidence in these days or you get distracted because of something, that could have a huge impact on the day of the exam. So what I did personally was I did not talk to any of the friends, any of my friends, or I requested them to not ask me any questions or help them with some doubts, maybe because maybe just in case that happens to be a topic that I don't know and that would affect my confidence. And for me, listening to music was a big thing, because if I listen to music, then that would stay in my head and I won't be able to focus. So not just a few days before, but even for a week or a month before, I had stopped listening to all music and there was no music to be played in the house. So I think that is what you need to do. You need to identify what your weaknesses would be and try your best to take away the things that would distract you or would hamper your confidence.
So just relax and calm yourself before
Yeah,
2 to
just
3
relax
days.
and calm yourselves. And another thing is that you can just make a list of all those things or that you seem to forget or you seem difficult for you to memorize. So just revise those and not delve into all of the topics and get overwhelmed by all of the stuff that the JEE syllabus encompasses.
Yeah, means just revise the stuff which you are weak
Which you're
at.
weak
Just
at.
so during your preparation, do you made any mistakes which you think you could have rectified, so that you can tell the students who are watching this video so they would not repeat the same mistakes?
Okay, so I think there's always going to be some room for improvement in whatever you do, and unless you're the top of your game, then there's always going to be someone who's better than you. You can always perform better than you did. So for myself, I think I used all these ideas or strategies at a very later stage in preparation, and so I was not able to use them for all of my weaker areas. So I think having a more consistent plan for the next 2 years by thinking of all the topics and maybe checking that plan with your teachers or your instructors about what they can add any inputs to it, that would be a great idea. And also another thing which I think is really important, really crucial, is having confidence during the exam and not just worrying about the paper might be hard, the paper might be difficult, or just worrying when you see a question which you haven't seen before, because probably it just uses some very basic concepts, and because you were scared of it or you thought that you aren't very confident about it, you did not actually think on it. So I think having having a lot of confidence and not over stressing about everything that is happening around you because giving an exam as big as JEE is a stressful experience, but not overdoing it is, I think, which are some mistakes that I did. And I think future JEE aspirants should really look into that.
Okay, fine.
Thanks, Diveshri, for sharing your experiences and guiding the aspirants. I hope that the aspirants will surely get benefited. Do like the video and share it to your friends. Also, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.